So there is one thing that I have got to complain about here, and I have got to have a good whinge about. He just did not want to deal with me, so he lied. Cheeky bugger. The nerve, people, the nerve, the absolute cheek. Looking like that might actually turn out to be a nice evening after all, eh? Today we're going to head to Field Farm Fisheries and Campsite in Suffolk, and we'll check out this campsite and its facilities. Then we're going to go for a lovely walk and explore a quiet beach that I have wanted to explore for some time. It's quite hard to get to and it's a hidden gem. And we'll finish the evening with some Bongo Ben special burgers. Thank you for joining me on this adventure, and let's start living the dream. So my first impressions are, I'm going to enjoy this, I think. Yeah, it's a nice field that I'm in. It's not very even. Parts of it are very lumpy for Suffolk, definitely. There's some big hills there. I got told I could go anywhere I want in this field here within these white posts. You probably can't see them, but there's white posts, and I got told anywhere in this bit. So yeah, very uneven patches about, which is why I've gone in this corner here, because it's very unlikely someone's going to go there because that's very sloped. So I should have quite a bit of privacy. Not many people here either, a few tent people just there, so that's pretty decent. So this is the non-electric pitch, and it is £22 for the night for 2 people, and it is £28 for the night for an electric hookup pitch. Although it does say on the website electric hookup pitches are for caravans and motorhomes. Now it is an additional £3 for any additional people, so for a family of 4 you've got to add £6 to that though. Yeah, for me £22 in this lovely pretty much empty field, I'm happy. Yeah, there's some nice fishing lakes over there as well. You can park a bit closer to the fishing lakes, but I knew I was going to be talking on camera, and there's a lot of people fishing over there, and they don't really like it when you're talking, and especially when you're talking to a camera like a complete bellend. Yeah, so I thought I'd give them a bit of space and some peace and quiet. Yeah, there are some flattish pitches just over there where those people have gone, but I quite like where I am, out of the way, where I should have a lot of privacy. Nice open fields around me here. Now she did tell me, do not touch this fence. It is electric. And the reason being, obviously, this is a fishing farm or a fishery, so they got to keep otters out. So the whole premises is surrounded by an electric fence. Yeah, looks decent though. Yeah, I'm happy, people, very happy. So dogs are welcome here, and it is only £1, which is pretty cheap for prices of a dog really, and £1 for gazebos. Now the facilities, I've got a feeling they're not going to be too amazing, to be honest with you, because sometimes fishery toilets aren't, but we'll see anyway. There are a couple of just toilets here in this field, we'll now check them out, and then there are some toilet blocks further down. Yeah, toilet is very dirty and grimy. Ooh, that is very dirty and grimy around there. Yeah, definitely. And the sink is very grimy around there. Puddle of dirty water there as well. Yeah, so this toilet is not very clean at all. We'll just check out the other one. Now, I was kind of expecting it, because that's normally what you find in toilets like this. So, yeah. This one's a little bit cleaner. Sink is a little bit cleaner. Well, actually there is still plenty of grime there. So this is more of a pond than a lake, but I can actually see a koi carp. Not just a normal carp, but a koi carp. Yeah, you probably can't see him, but he's a nice koi. Now there's no one fishing this one, but there's quite a few people fishing the other one, or there might be a few. So we'll go and have a look, but I'll explain everything here now because people don't want me walking around talking whilst they're fishing, because I'm a fisherman and fishermen like to just be out in the quiet. Well, I do anyway. I do it for the peace and quiet more than the actual catching of the fish. But basically, it is £7 to fish for up to 4 hours, which I'd say is a little bit expensive, but it's £10 to fish up to 12 hours. Well, that's actually pretty reasonable, to be fair. That's for an adult. There are prices for a child. I'll write them on the screen for you. Yeah. Now, we're allowed to walk around these lakes between certain hours, but we're not allowed to, I think, after 9 or after dusk, whichever comes first. And I assume that's because there's people night fishing, and to be fair, if they're night fishing, you know, you don't really want people walking around you whilst you're night fishing. So you can night fish. I don't know what the prices are for that, but yeah, I'm chuffed there's a koi in here. Very nice. I'm gonna have to check this out a bit more now, see how many more koi there are. There's 2 koi. I can see another one. They're both together and they both look very similar. Orange/silver. Yeah. So yeah, 2 koi. Living the dream, people. Living the dream. Yeah, there's like 6 or 7 lakes here. It's pretty decent, people, pretty decent. Too bad there's people fishing it though. I'd rather have it all to myself, but never mind. It is nice. Electric pictures are over here. There are some nice pictures like that, nice and private. Yeah, decent. Chemical waste point here. Looks plenty good enough to dump my turds into. Got some outside sinks here. Yeah, I mean, they're a little bit grubby, but they're kind of going to be because they're outside. Toilet block here. These showers are coded, but the toilets are not. Yeah, I mean, these are pretty grim, people. Pretty grim. These are obviously for everybody, though, for the people who are fishing as well. But yeah, plenty of skids down there in the bowl. And yeah, I mean, this looks really grimy. I don't want to get too close to it, but really grimy. Ew, very grimy down there. These are kind of what I expected, to be honest with you. Yeah. Okay, so the coded men's shower room has 1 shower and a couple of cubicles. Oh, 2 showers. This is cleaner, to be fair. Yeah, it is. The sink is still a little bit grimy, but it's definitely a lot cleaner than the uncoded ones. No light in here though, so that's a bit... Yeah, I can't really show you. You might not be able to see it, but yeah, these are cleaner. They are. Yeah, definitely. Now, there is a charge for the showers. It is £1. Showers don't look too bad. I mean, a little bit of mould up the top there, but I can't really see because of the light situation, but they don't look too bad in comparison to the other toilet block. This isn't too bad at all, really. Yeah, definitely not as grimy. So, because them other ones, they're clearly not cleaned. Plenty of decent bins, good sized, and they are all clearly labelled, and the lady did explain to me which one's which, but they are clearly labelled anyway. So yeah, happy with the bins, definitely. Now, the gate to the campsite does get locked. I think it's 9:30 it gets locked. So there's no going in and out after 9:30. I assume it is because it's a fishery. They don't want people just turning up and fishing anytime they wish. So there is one thing that I have got to complain about here, and I have got to have a good whinge about people. And that is that I phoned up this campsite to book here about 3 months ago, maybe 4 months ago. That was the first day that the campsite had opened, the beginning of its year. And the campsite owner said he weren't going to be here at 12. He'd be here around 2 or 3. So could I come then? And I said, well, can I get back to you? Because I really want to get set up and explore the day, which for me is fair enough because I was on holiday. Why wouldn't I want to get set up somewhere nice and early and go out and explore? And he said, yeah, okay. So anyway, I got to about 2 o'clock. I hadn't found any other campsites. So I rung him back and said, oh, I rung earlier, do you have a pitch available? And he sort of laughed and went, oh, no, I'm afraid they're all booked now. Well, that was 3 months ago, the beginning of the campsite season. And here I am now, 3 months on, coming up to summer, and the campsite is pretty much empty. So am I meant to believe that the campsite got fully booked within those 2 hours? No, he just did not want to deal with me. So he lied, so that he didn't have to deal with me. Which is a bit annoying, to be honest. Now, personally, I kind of look back and it made me laugh and I think, yeah, all right, fair enough, mate. So, yeah, it's cheeky, but I can see the funny side. But yeah, he obviously lied to me. He obviously just didn't want to deal with me, did he? Cheeky bugger. The nerve, people, the nerve, the absolute cheek of it, hey? The cheek. Unbelievable. Well, it's time to get out and explore them, people. There's a beach I've wanted to explore for some time. I think it's called Coath. I'm sure I'm probably mispronouncing that, and I'm probably going to get some angry messages in the comment section from some Suffolk folk who aren't very pleased. But yeah, I'm going to say it's called Coath. I'm sure it's probably not. It's whatever it says there. Coath, surely. But yeah, I've wanted to check this place out for a while, to be honest. I don't think there's really anything there. So it's quite hard to get to, I think. Like there's no car parks or nothing really there. But the beach looks like it might be quite a nice beach. So anyway, well, there's only one way to find out, isn't there? Let's crack on. Let's live the dream. Let's live the dream. Let's live the dream. Margot Ben is living the dream. Okay, so I came out of the campsite and went the wrong way. Now I can still get to it this way. It's just a little bit longer and I'm now going to have to go through some village. So that was the village of Wrentham that we just walked through. Yeah, there weren't really much there, to be fair, but it's okay, I suppose. I mean, I wouldn't go out of my way to visit it. There was a pub there and I was really hoping to go for a pint, but it was closed. Yeah, but never mind, eh? Yep, it should all be nice little country lanes now until we get to whatever it's called, written on the bottom of the screen there. Yeah. It was supposed to be nice and sunny this afternoon. Don't know what's happened there. Never mind. Should be a nice quiet empty beach because there's really nothing there but beach. I don't even think there's car parks or anything. Wow, this is fantastic, people. I mean, I knew there was a church here, but I didn't realise that there was some church ruins to check out. Yeah, that's a very nice little surprise. Brilliant. So I went in the church and had a look around, and I got there just in time because the bloke was then waiting for me to leave so he could lock it. So yeah, just in time, people, just in time. But fantastic. Yeah, this is a great surprise. So this is about 2 miles from the campsite, so I suppose I have been walking for about an hour. The worst part of the walk was just outside the campsite, that road outside the campsite. The rest of it has all been nice quiet little country lanes. There are 3 parking spaces just outside there, yeah. Although you wouldn't want to bring a motorhome down these little lanes, no. And to be fair, like, I got here just as this is closing, and there's still 3 cars in them parking spaces, so you know, there's a good probability if you come here you ain't going to get a parking space. But there is technically parking if you're lucky, if you get here early enough. But brilliant, yeah. So yeah, it is quite a nice beach here. I've wanted to come here for a while since I did the Southwold video. Southwold is right over there, and I walked to as far as I could this way, but the tide was in and I could see all these beaches in the distance. I thought, wow, they look lovely sandy beaches, but I couldn't get to them. So yeah, I've been wanting to come here for a good year or so and check it out, and it is a nice beach and it is nice and empty. Yeah, I mean, I had to say hi to someone on the way here, unfortunately, but yeah, it is nice and empty, decent, I'm liking it. So yeah, I'm probably gonna walk this way towards Southwold so I get to see the bit that I wanted to see when I was in Southwold. I mean, I think it is this stretch all the way along here, or it might have been a bit further over there, I don't know, but we're gonna head to Southwold anyway. Yep. Hopefully the weather is going to get a little bit better. So if you remember, I did a giveaway once for a chocolate bar, and a lady won it called Lily and the Bee, and it turned out she had a YouTube channel, and I checked out her YouTube channel, and she's often filming around here. Now she does like sewing videos from her camper van, and she put a post on Instagram a month ago, something like that, saying that she reached like 3,500 subscribers. So yeah, she's doing really well. So if you're into that sort of thing, people, check her channel out. It's called Lily and the Bee. Actually, I'll leave a link in the description as well. So if I can figure out how to, yeah. Looking like that might actually turn out to be a nice evening after all, eh? Yeah. Living the dream, living the dream. Yeah, it is quite a nice sandy beach, especially considering Kessingland is just over there, and that's quite pebbly. Southwold behind me there, people. Yep, that was just over there I was standing when I looked over and saw all this beach and thought to myself, one day I've got to walk this. Yeah, now I would love to walk to the actual point where I was standing, but time's getting on. I really need to be heading back. Yeah, so best I start making a move, because got like an hour of walking and about an hour of daylight left. Lovely being out though on an evening like tonight, eh people? Gorgeous it is. Certainly is. Yeah. Well, I'm back now, people. Going to cook up some tea, and time's getting on. Would have liked to have been back for tea a little bit earlier, but never mind. I'm going to have some Rocky Road cheeseburgers. I've got some 6-ounce butcher burgers that I got from a little farm shop this morning. Some Rocky Road, I've already eaten half of it because, well, why not? And some brioche buns and some cheese somewhere. Yeah, it's going to be good. Can you see that I'm in my boxer shorts? Oh, maybe you can't. We're probably good. I'll pull that table back just in case you could. Right, let's crack on with it anyway. Oh, they are big. They are big. Obviously a bit of mayo as well. Well, chocolatey stuff, dessert stuff goes well in cheeseburgers. We've established that before on the channel. So I think this is going to be pretty good. Looks pretty damn good to me, people. There's only one way to find out, eh? Let's give it a go, people. That is really good, people. A very good burger. Yep, Rocky Road is something else you can add to a cheeseburger. Well, they were actually really fantastic. Really pleased with those burgers. Now, I should have probably only ate one and saved the other for tomorrow, because there's probably like nearly 2,000 calories. And it's like gone 11. So yeah, probably shouldn't have ate so much just before bed, and especially so calorically dense. But never mind, gonna wash it down with a beer because I might as well add some more calories into the mix, hey. And I've got a St. Peter's Ruby Red, as we are in Suffolk. This is a Suffolk brewery beer, a sweet and peppery red ale with hints of vine fruits. Peppery? Oh, okay. Guess we're having a peppery beer. Yeah, 4.3%. Let's give it a go. See what she's like, people. So I would like to thank a few amazing subscribers that bought me a beer recently. Thank you Faye Cormier, thank you Mormal, thank you Paul and Don, and thank you Chris Tinney. And as it is the end of the month, I would also like to thank my monthly beer suppliers. So thank you Karen Williams, thank you Sarah, thank you Claire and Graham, thank you East, and thank you Presley Cook. But of course I would like to thank all my subscribers because you are all amazing people. Well, it is a dark red, definitely. Smells reasonably okay. Cheers everyone to living the dream. Yep, I quite like that. That is nice. Luckily it doesn't taste of pepper, because I feel like that would not be a good thing to have a beer taste like. So there's no Wi-Fi to the campsite, however I do have pretty good data, so I should be able to watch some YouTube. Yeah, morning everyone. Well, I slept okay last night until the sun came up, and I didn't have any of the windows open, and it was absolutely boiling, and I've just been lying here sweating for like 2-3 hours, not really able to get back to sleep, which is a bit frustrating because I've actually got a party to go to tonight. That's right, Bongo Ben is actually going to socialise, and yeah, now I feel all drowsy. But never mind, that's not the campsite's fault, that is just the glorious weather that we have at the minute, which is too much for me. So unfortunately people, I had a bit of an issue with the SD card and I lost the last few clips of this video, but I can fill you in on the details now. So the little village of Wrenworth, which is about 10 minutes walk away, does have a bus service, and you can get the bus to Norwich, Southwold and Lowestoft. So that's pretty good, and there is a shop there. So the nearest supermarkets I can see are just on the outskirts of Lowestoft towards Kessingland, and they look to be about 5 miles away. Anyway, that's it for me then, people. I'm going to pack up and head off. Well, I'm not there. But yeah, anyway, that's the end of this one then, people. Keep living the dream, and I'll see you soon.